to this video. My name's Hayden. So look, I think people seem to be missing the main reason why they're not yet successful with Amazon. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. The thing that it is very different to what people think it is. So people think they've got an issue with price tanking. People think they've got an issue with not being able to find the right product, right? And you might have these issues, right? These temporary issues, right? But that's not the issue that is stopping you from being successful in the long term. The issue that's stopping you being successful in the long term is having a long-term mindset, sticking to it for a long time. People seem to come into this game and expect instant results, expect things to happen overnight, and expect things to start magically appearing into their bank account, aka money, overnight. And that's just simply not the case. The main problem people have with this business is not having that long-term mindset with the business, right? Now, you might not want to do retail arbitrage for the rest of your life. I get that. You might not want to do online arbitrage for the rest of your life. I get that. You might think that you can do more. You might not even want to sell on Amazon, just doing private label for the rest of your life. You might think that you can do more. And that's fine. And that's completely fine. Like, when I say have this long-term mindset, my goal isn't to be doing just Amazon selling for the next 10 years. I've got many other goals. I'm in the process of starting another company right now. Another company that is joint to my current company. It's going to be a very, very similar, it's in the same industry, it's in this industry. So it makes sense. But what I'm saying is there's a long-term goal there. With our Amazon selling side of things, yes, I will be selling on Amazon in 10 years' time, but that's not the only goal. The goal is to have the brand very well known on Amazon and also have the brand well known on its own website, on its social medias, a well-known brand. It's this bigger thinking, right? So my point of the video is that long-term thinking, wherever that is for you, this is the main problem. People come into this and then realize that it's not as easy as they thought it was going to be, don't get the results they want in the short term and then give up. And that's because they haven't got that long-term thinking. I still do online arbitrage right now in the USA. Do I want to do that forever? No, I don't. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not in my long-term goals. I want a real long-term business, a company that could be sold one day, right? But the knowledge that's given me to actually sell in a different marketplace, the knowledge that's given me to understand a different marketplace is invaluable. And guess what? I'm going to bring that knowledge, I'm going to bring that experience onto launching my brand in the other marketplace, launching my brand in multiple marketplaces. So do you see what I'm doing here? Do you see what I'm doing? I've taken something that could be considered a short-term goal, right? I.e. not the sort of long-term goal I personally want, doing online arbitrage in a few years. I flipped it and I thought, I'm going to earn money from this. This is just an example right now. I'm going to earn money from this, good money. And then in a few years' time, I'm also going to have brands. I'm not going to be doing online arbitrage. I'm going to be using that experience to launch brands in other marketplaces, which fit into my long-term vision of having a very well-known e-commerce brand. And then also having other businesses around that. It's the same with my social medias. I've currently got Amazon social medias and I love doing it. You know, it's going well. Like, I love the value that I can give to people. It makes me money. I love it. I enjoy it. Am I going to be doing Amazon content in 5 years? No, I'm not. That's just the truth. I won't be doing Amazon related content specifically. But I don't know if anyone that follows Gary Vaynerchuk, he talked about wine for the first few years of his career. And then he transitioned into mainstream business. And that's exactly what I'll be doing. So when I'm making videos, I don't think to myself, I used to, and then sometimes it tries to creep in, but I used to think, oh, you know, I'm not going to do that, or I haven't got the motivation to do that. People lack the motivation behind what they're doing because they realize they don't want to do it forever, or they think they're better than doing it. But here's the thing. I know that every video that I put about Amazon, I enjoy doing it. Right now, it's the right thing to do. I'm giving value. I'm building my audience. Okay, it's a win-win for everyone. And then eventually, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, that transition's going to slowly transition very, very slowly over time into what I would call my purpose, my passion, me personally. Do you see what I mean? You've got to find the reason behind what you're doing. You've got to find what's motivating you. You've got to find out what's inspiring you. Because if you're not being motivated by something long term, then you're always going to have the results shortened. You're never going to have results of people that are really, really successful. And now, look, I'm still on my journey. I haven't got these results now, but I know exactly where we're going. And I know that them huge results are coming for me, not in an egotistical way. I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet here, but I've figured it out. I get it. I've listened to a lot of people. I've been mentored by enough people to understand this is how it works. All of my goals I'm putting into my long-term goals. All of my goals right now, I have my 3-month goals, my year goals, my 2-year goals, my 5-year goals, my 10-year goals. Actually, I haven't got 10-year goals. I've got all these goals and I reassess them on a regular basis. And hey, I just wanted to do a quick message about my sponsor. So Awesome is now sponsoring this YouTube channel. Very, very grateful for that. Awesome is an accounting and bookkeeping service. They take the stress out of my accounting. So they literally take all of my accounting for me. They do it all. It's completely hands off. So I literally have to do nothing apart from check the VAT returns each quarter. Now, look, if you want to check them out, they've got a live chat 24/7, etc. as well. If you want to check them out, I've got 2 months free link below for free accounting. And that is all. Let's carry on with the video. I think everything that I'm doing right now fits into my long-term goals, even if right now it doesn't look like anything like what it will look like in a few years' time. So that's this message today. That's my message to you. Find that intrinsic long-term purpose, passion, value in whatever you're doing, so that you can translate that into your day-to-day tasks, to find that motivation. Because this is what's stopping people from succeeding, not only in Amazon, but in business in general. What's the long-term vision? Find that long-term vision. Then when you've got that, you can grab onto that in them hard times. When you've got that, you can grab onto that and then let that draw you forward. And as long as what you're doing in the short term, even if it's not what you want to do in your purpose in life in the short term, if you know that it's contributing towards your long-term vision, your long-term purpose, then it should be enough. If it's your drive, if it inspires you enough, then it should be enough to pull you forwards in them tough times, to pull you forward in them tough times when you're feeling lost and confused. I no longer feel lost and confused because I know exactly where I'm going long-term. And that's what, not only as a man, but as a woman, some people say as a man, you need to do this. A lot of women need to do this as well. You need to draw yourself towards that vision, and you need to captivate your mindset into a sense so that you've got that confidence. I found my confidence when I started doing this. I found my confidence when I found my long-term vision, which may change, by the way, but that's okay. As long as you've got that driving force, that shining light to shoot towards, that's, I believe, how you become successful. And how you stick to not only this business, this Amazon business, but any business that you're doing for a long time, having them long-term goals. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe.